Hello, welcome to Branson Spotlight this week. Our feature, Matt Lord from the Redneck Masterpiece. No, Redneck
Really? It's
Tenors.
going so well so far.
So well.
Yeah, it would be the three Redneck Tenors.
The three Redneck Tenors.
Yeah, but that's okay. We get confused with all the other Redneck Tenor groups.
I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah,
so,
there's one.
Well, around here.
Yeah, around here there's tons of tenors.
Well, they don't really count to three.
Yeah,
most of the
we're
time.
not really tenors either. So.
You're not?
No.
Two of you
not
are,
at all.
right?
Two of us are tenors.
Two of you are
One's
tenors.
a baritone.
Really?
And then there's a fourth one on occasion. So
That would
we're
be
actually,
awesome.
the three Redneck Tenors, not really tenors, and there's four of us.
That all makes sense.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it won't fit on the billboard.
No, well, it's expensive in brand. Lettering is very expensive.
They charge by the syllable. So.
Yeah, they said, can you spell three? And actually we went, no, we can't.
No, that's fine. Do Roman numerals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, that would work well here, wouldn't it?
You're right. I don't know.
I don't know what
they're
that
used
is.
to it
Yeah.
from the Bibles and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
well,
you know.
the people here that are old enough that that's what they read.
They were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their first buffet
Yeah.
was the Last Supper.
Absolutely.
So
It was the Golden Last Supper,
Where are you going?
which is
I
the
don't know.
Golden Corral.
Oh, the Golden
I was
Corral.
going to go, the Golden.
Anyways,
Anyway, hi.
this is our welcome.
Great to be here in your house.
Yes, here in the
Garage.
beautiful chateau.
Oh, where are you? Yeah, there we go.
Yes, look at that. You can see the
Didn't
view.
want to give away the magic.
No.
Yeah, there you
Ta-da.
go. Yeah.
Ta-da. So you guys are back next year for the big show for 2015.
For
but
a little bit, yeah.
new theater, though.
New theater. Mm-hmm. A bar.
In a bar. You're performing in a bar.
In a bar. Yeah.
But there's a bar in the theater.
Our theater holds 6 people. Yeah, we're hoping to sell out on occasion.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe you'll
we're
get a
at
coach
the
in.
Lodge of the Ozarks next year. Mm-hmm. And I think they're calling it the Club. I don't know.
Oh, that's catchy.
They haven't named it yet, but or the Crystal Theater.
The Crystal.
There's a friend of mine over
Is
here.
it Crystal?
One of our tenors.
Is it
The Crystal Theater. It's Branson. You know, have you seen Winter Bone? Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
no.
No. Okay. Well, there's a reference there.
I see.
Yeah.
I know
No, we're at the
reference.
Crystal Theater. We're actually really excited. We've done this year just like 4 shows because we were at Andy Williams Theater.
Right.
And we moved over there. We've actually closed several theaters. We started at the Mansion Theater.
Yeah.
It's closed.
Okay.
Then we went to the Americana Theater. It's closed.
Right.
And then we went to Andy Williams Theater last year. Sorry, but you know, I'm not
Things
sure what's going to
happen.
have things happen. So now we figured, well, we'll go to a theater with a bar. So when we close the theater, we'll at least still have the bar.
Well, there you go.
We're very excited.
So basically, what I'm figuring out is other theater owners are paying you guys to go and work at their competition to
No,
basically shut them down.
We are your insurance company, like Jim Stafford. We were already booked, but Jim Stafford wanted us to come to his theater because he's been trying to sell it for years.
Right.
Well, instead of a tornado or something, you just hire us and collect the insurance after we're done at the end of the year.
And hence the prison outfit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
well,
that
you know.
is- that is convenient.
It is.
actually.
It is
So
convenient,
It's cheaper
yeah.
than an arsonist, and yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, thank you.
You led right in.
Right there.
You must be an MC
I'm
for
on
a living.
fire.
You
Yes.
are en fuego, my friend. Yeah,
But you kind of MC your show, right?
a little bit. Yeah, I have 2 other guys, Blake Davidson and Jonathan Fruget.
Oh, I wish they could have been here.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. He's right. Yeah, we prefer him behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's keep it
That's
up.
what people say when we're in the show.
Well, that-
I wish they could have been here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad. You're the face of the show,
Well,
basically.
isn't that
So,
terrible?
Yeah.
Well, it's my hairline. Yeah, they love that. Yeah,
I'm sure they
it
do.
works that way. It's a choice.
Is it a choice?
Yeah, well, it's God's choice,
I
but
was
it's
gonna
still
say
a
it's
choice.
not your choice.
It's not my choice. Yeah,
No.
easy for you to say.
Yeah, we don't talk about choice here in Branson.
No.
very
Oh
much,
yeah,
so-
I forgot. We're in Branson. Yeah, that's true.
trying to shy
Yeah, I
away
forgot
from
where I
that.
was for a minute. Yeah.
So, how many years have you guys been here?
Oh, it seems like
50.
50, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this will be our 5th year.
Will be our fifth.
Next year will be our 5th year.
Fifth year?
Yeah,
Wow.
5th year.
That's a long time.
Or in Branson, we call it our 5th year.
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
perfect.
I'm just saying.
Be that many.
It would be that many. Or in Roman numerals.
No,
That- just
that would
that
be
many.
4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do the peace sign.
Oh, we don't do that either.
No.
No choice, no peace signs. Okay, I got it down.
you hippie.
I know. I am from San Francisco.
Are you really?
That goes, it goes over very well.
But
here.
Blake's, he's from Texas.
Texas.
Yeah?
Right.
So, so how did you guys even get together? I know we had the...
Well, I am from San Francisco. Yeah, hey, thank you very much. Yeah, you
Cut
know.
and editing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you got
Hoping
together.
next year to tie the knot here in
oh.
Branson. I'm just
Keep
saying.
those fingers crossed.
I know. Yeah.
So you guys eventually got together in the end.
We got the end. Well, prison. We like to call it Club Med.
Oh,
yeah.
What you do?
Yeah, well,
It's
you
like
know.
Disney World to you.
Yeah, it is. It's
so,
great. Yeah. Everything's an e-ticket. See, Branson people will understand that because e-tickets were back in Roman days.
They were.
They were, absolutely. There's no more e-tickets at Disneyland. You have no clue what I'm
I
talking
don't have
about.
a clue.
Dude.
Easy Pass. Is it Easy Pass?
Well, they didn't. Well, that's how we met. We called it an easy pass. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So, anyways, 5 years in Branson.
5 years in Branson.
But you guys were on the America's Got Talent situation there.
The America's Got Talent.
The America's
It was
Got Talent.
awesome. Great experience.
But seriously, did it work out for you guys?
Well,
Do you think it was beneficial or not?
Oh, absolutely. We were touring. Look, I had to be talked. Wait. I had to be talked into. No, I was trying to. I have spells.
No, it's fine.
I have spells.
Just let it pass.
I just stopped.
Tomorrow,
Just give
cut
me a
the
minute.
pills in half.
Yeah,
You'll be
we
all right.
will. Yeah. No, we were. I had to be talked into doing it by our producers at the time.
Yeah.
Because if you remember back in the Gong Show and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I think the show is actually.
For as goofy as we are, the singing is serious. We don't parody any singing or anything, and they saw us on YouTube and invited us to audition.
Right.
And we went and did. And then
you
they
didn't want
said-
to do it?
I didn't want to do it at all. They asked us 3-4 times, why don't you want to do it? It's NBC.
Yeah.
We're TV.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, you know.
this is the
we're
third
not-
year they've
we're
asked
not
me.
the God, but we're a God.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what they said to me. They said, this is the third year they've asked me to do it.
Yeah.
They call me and come on, think of the exposure that you'll get. I'm like, yeah, name 5 people that have been really successful.
Well,
from
we
the show.
we are one of only 2 acts that Terry Fader was the year we were on.
Oh, really?
The puppet. We lost to puppets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we lost to non-human beings.
Yeah, well.
You know, that sang better than we did. That's basically what happened. Yeah, I know. That was terrible.
But he came to Branson a couple of times after he won.
No, he did. He was over at he hung out with the Duttons.
The
for a while.
Duttons, and then he was at RFD because I went and saw it.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He came 2 different years. He hasn't been back since.
No, because he
need
landed
Branson.
a huge deal in Vegas.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we just landed a huge deal on HBO. We're very excited.
Really?
Yeah, we signed a contract with HBO this year.
Really?
You know where I'm going with this.
No,
don't you?
I have no. You
Yeah.
landed a whole.
We
Please
just
tell
signed
me.
a whole contract. Yeah, we signed a 2-year contract. We get the first year free.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
And Showtime.
Yeah,
thrown.
and Showtime. Yeah, and Stars and all of those. We're hoping for a 3rd year. We'll see. Yeah, but you know. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Oh no, you're
Yeah.
fine.
I forget that I'm talking to another comedian.
No, you're not.
No, because you're so funny.
I'm a serious.
And then the minute I go,
interviewer.
I signed a thing with
Look at the
HBO.
studio.
It's fabulous. Yeah.
So you get asked to be on the show. You don't want to do it, which is the situation I was in. My agent producer actually said, "Don't do it." He did not want me.
See,
to
and
do it.
Arsa did because we were touring only at the time and doing quite well. Did really well until we came to Branson, which is, I don't know what that means. But
I
anyway.
have another friend that happened to. He's a
Yeah.
big time comedian, came here and just flopped.
Yeah.
And he had HBO specials and I mean he was hugely popular in the 80s and 90s. Came here and couldn't get 10 people at the show. It's just strange.
And we get 80s and 90s at our show. But that's the age.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what I'm just saying. No, but
And they're there with their parents.
Oh, which is there, and then their parents tell their parents, and everybody's
5
in
generations.
Everybody's in robes and chainmail. You know, it's a lot of fun. But no, so they, you know, at the time it was the 2nd season, so it wasn't.
Right.
It hadn't gone through all of these incarnations. We were on the season after Brandy killed someone with her car.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Sharon
well,
Osbourne.
I was not. Oh,
You don't remember
I
that?
don't remember that.
Do you remember
I actually
the first
don't watch
season
the show.
was
so.
the first season was Piers. Pierce Brosnan? No.
Close enough.
Pierce, yeah.
Morgan,
And
yeah.
then Ozzy Osbourne's mom, Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, Cheryl Osbourne.
Yeah, whatever.
We like her a
Uh-huh.
lot. And David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah,
Remember
the Hoff.
The Hoff. David Hasselhoff. Now, I'll give you one an insider thing
I
on
do.
it. David
long as I
Hasselhoff,
don't
when
get
you meet him,
sued, yeah.
he prefers that the H is silent. So anyway.
There's an H in David.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, not anymore.
Yeah.
So we, but the first year was Brandy, and in the hiatus of the seasons, she
Had an accident.
she drove into the back of somebody and killed them.
Oh my goodness. I was not aware of that.
No, it
I
was
am
sad.
so out of touch.
Yeah, obviously, and I think it was a good person. And she.
Every person is a good person.
Yeah, that's true.
Go ahead.
Especially here in Branson. Yeah. And so they obviously didn't want her on the show to judge.
Right.
That's when they brought in Sharon. And it's great because they went and got another English person to come over and judge America's
American
Got
stuff.
Talent. Yeah, we love that.
Because it was so similar.
Yeah, I thought we settled that in 1776.
You would think.
I thought we
they're
did.
still upset.
Yeah, Mel Gibson did something on that.
Mel Gibson did a lot of things.
Yeah, he did. But anyway, so we go, they keep asking us, and we're on tour. And I said, well, we can't do it in Dallas because we base out of Dallas.
Right.
We're not there. Can't be in Los Angeles because we're on the East Coast. And we were in not New York City, not the New York City, but
New York State.
New York State.
Right.
And actually, we were in Connecticut, which is like New York State.
It's a suburb.
It's a suburb of New York. It's a what is that? It's a
ghetto?
New York adjacent.
No, what do you call this? It's a borough.
A borough.
Yeah, thank you. Not the kind you ride.
No.
But anyway, it's a borough. So, by the way, saw the worst movie I've ever seen today.
Borough?
Yeah, it had a lot of boroughs in it.
Okay.
You ever see a movie? I can't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it. I can't know the name because it's that old. It had Cary Grant, Sophia Loren, and Frank Sinatra as the leader of the Spanish Revolution.
Wow.
And they hauled this cannon all the way across Spain to blow up a castle that the French were holding. And Cary Grant was the cannon expert.
So he had to go along.
Sophia Loren was the hot chick. And Frank Sinatra was the Spaniard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't see him as a Spaniard.
Awesome. Well,
Wow.
they did then. He was under contract.
Oh, I see, yeah.
He had to do what he is. Anyway, that has nothing to do with America's Got Talent.
Nothing.
So anyway, they keep asking us, and they were holding their big auditions at the Javits Center in New York.
Okay.
And now it's much bigger because it's been on for so long.
Right.
Then, they were trying, they were, instead of now everybody goes to them, they were combing the internet for acts and all
Yeah,
that
no one had
stuff.
heard of the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big deal yet.
So they just knew us from our clips on the internet. And back then, we wore mullets all the time.
Yeah.
The party in the back, thinking in front. Business in the front, party in the
Business
back.
in the front,
Yeah, 80s mullets, all that stuff. And so they thought that was us.
Yeah.
They didn't
get that it was a character.
No. Well, TV people, they normally do because they're really bright. So I go, okay, because my producers are saying, seriously, you could tour now till you're dead. 20 million people are going to see you on this.
Right.
And I said, yeah, but 20 million people saw people on the Gong Show,
Yeah.
And to backtrack real quick about did anything happen from it? Well, Terry ended up at the Hilton at the time. We did a year at the Luxor.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, one of the only, and we're still performing. So but we're not a variety act. Everything else is like 20-minute acts.
Right.
So if you're a hula hoop and you win, you do.
Was
the
that the same year that the Glamazons were on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Don't get behind them in the buffet line.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the chicken was running scared. I'm just saying it wasn't good.
But they're very nice girls.
They are.
Because they were here in Branson.
Were
for a
they?
while. Yeah, they were.
Wow. Well, there's a lot
at
of
the
buffets
Duttons,
here.
At the Duttons Theater.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big girls.
Yeah. Very nice. Big personalities.
Big personalities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Big hearts.
Yeah. Don't sit behind them in a movie theater.
Okay. Anyways.
So anyway, yeah. Anyway, you could edit that out, right?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, we don't have that ability.
So anyway, yeah, of course you don't.
No, and I'll be
Look
sure
at
to
our
tag them.
set. Yeah. And if you want more information, go to mattlord.com
Yes.
on his opinions.
Please
on
send
the
letters,
Yes.
too.
Oh, please send letters. So anyway, we go to the Javits Center.
Yeah.
And then they're going, there's 4 of you. And I said, that's the gag. There's 4 of us and we're not all tenors. Okay, that's great. Well, can you guys sing something for us? And I go, well, you called us. You've already heard us. Please just sing something. So we sing some stuff. And we're leaving now. And they're like, yes, you're going to be on the show, but we can't tell you for sure. And we go, well, if we're going to book
Yeah, we got jobs.
road dates, we have jobs. Well, okay, we'll tell you soon. And then soon meant 3 months later.
Right.
But we're leaving. And they said, hey, can you take a microphone and run around to all the acts with us and interview them? And I go,
In character.
In
They
character.
want-
No, they don't think, they don't know
They don't
I'm in
know it's a character.
My wig at the time matched me perfect. And so they're thinking, I'm this guy.
Right.
And in the show, I'm the, yeah, man, I'm the redneck guy.
And are they talking to you like that, like real slow?
I'm talking to them like this, and I'm going, yeah, we're having a good time, and let's just hang out and everything's good. And they're going, would you mind, all these people are really nervous. We'll go around and we'll interview them. And I go, sure, yeah, no, man, no problem. We never broke character. That was what we did back then.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking around going, yeah, how you doing? They're like, who are you? And I'm going, don't worry about it. Just we're going to take a canoe ride with Burt Reynolds after the show.
Yeah, right.
Really obscure reference, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, so, not around here.
Not around here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We have the banjos and the whole
wife.
thing.
No, seriously. It's my sister grandmother.
Yeah.
So,
making friends.
So now I'm leaving, and they find out my background is opera. And they're thinking, this guy, like, yeah, I did opera for years, love me some opera, and
they're thinking you mean Oprah.
Oprah.
Yeah. Like you watch
okra.
Okra.
Love me some okra. Yeah. And my background was I went to Juilliard and I did all that and sung at the Met and everything. And I lived in New York City for about 17 years.
Right.
And they said, so what are you doing now? The little camera crew, the road crew. And I go, what do you mean? Now I'm not talking and they're getting
the character.
They're getting that dog look on me now. I go, what do you mean? They go, well, where are you going? And I go, well, I used to live here. I'm going to go have some dinner with some friends and hang out. I got a show out of state tomorrow, so not much. And, well, can we follow you with our cameras? And I went, what? Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, right.
And they go, well, no, we think it'd be really interesting. And I went, wait a minute. And I lift my wig. I go, this ain't me, right?
Right.
And they just stared at me and they went, oh, yeah. We knew. Yeah, but it would be really cool. Could you guys stay in character and us go down to Times Square? They filmed us for 3 hours in Times Square.
Yeah. Did they show much of it? Or?
Not a lot of it. They showed a little of it because once we got on the show and everything, I don't want to really get into it because it's already burned me several times because I've been the truth teller. They give you... like all those shows, you would know this. They give you a contract that's about that big.
Right.
If you get into the final, at the time, if you get into the final 25.
Right.
And they were basically, you're going to get into the final 25. And so we had to...
but a lot of people don't want to make it that far. I have friends that go on
they want to
and
get the
they
exposure
purposely
and
want to get off the show.
Well, they'll do that for you. Yeah. If you don't, I just, again, being honest in showbiz, I can tell this story about the honest part, right?
It's been long enough. Statute of limitations is running.
Yeah, well, it's been 6 years. But also, no, it's not about, I'm talking about signing it as our names.
Oh, right.
We signed it at the time. It was me, a guy named John Wilkerson, and a guy named Alex Bumpus. And I signed them. But the company, Three Redneck Tenors, had it was me and another partner,
right? And
I didn't have the right just to sign Redneck Tenors, but they didn't ask for that. They asked us to sign individual ones.
I see.
So we are now into the top 25. The
right.
next cut down is down to the top 10, and I felt dishonest about that because it was becoming clear to me because we were doing everything. We were their man on the street in Vegas. They were really promoting us, which was awesome, and they were great. And now I'm feeling, I was thinking about it, and I go, they think they're going to own Redneck Tenors.
Right.
And I felt disingenuous. I didn't mean it to be that way, and I didn't think about it until it moved later, and they're getting more and more into, just like when you win American Idol.
Yeah, right.
They own you for 7 years, 5, 6, whatever it is. They get to do whatever they want with you.
And basically work you like crazy.
Like crazy. And I think if you get into top 5 or something.
Yeah, because I view those shows as commercials for the person that wins. Because they build up the following over all those weeks. And they've got the advertised. Not only that, but people were paying then, I don't know if it still is, to vote. Like you had to do the little thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're paying to vote. You're paying to watch a commercial. For the people that are going to win. For the people that win,
that you rarely hear from ever again.
It's kind of crazy if you think about how the business side of how that actually
it's a reality show that they don't have to pay any of the talent for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it is, and I do want to be on it again. So anyway, I felt disingenuous at the time. None of these producers are with the show anymore anyway. And so I wrote them a letter and said, look, it's Matthew Lord. we have signed the contract, and they vetted us because they had some issues with people on other shows
Right.
that are getting close to winning, and they're like, "Oh, you spent 14 years in jail for dog fighting."
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because Michael Vick was a juggler first.
Oh really? Wasn't it?
Absolutely. Well, he juggled puppies
and a mime. Yeah,
puppies. Yeah, it was great. And they fought.
I'm in a doghouse.
So anyway, so I wrote him a letter and I said, "Look, yes, you own the rights to me, John, and Alex, and absolutely true and everything. But technically, you don't own the rights to 3 Redneck Tenors, and I think you're thinking you do.
Right.
I would be more than happy to partner with you on anyway, and absolutely like a 10%, 90%. You're NBC, or Fremantle, whatever. But I don't have the right to give you the show. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We were off that show like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our exit was, we walk out and Piers goes, you sing better than anybody we've heard. And you're funnier than anybody on the show. And so we're not going to move you on. And so I said, you can go on YouTube and see it. And so I said, we're staying in character. Because that drove him crazy too. Piers goes, will you please stop doing the character? And I went, will you? And he went, okay. And because they were asking us questions like, if you win the $1 million, what are you going to do?
Right.
And
they
I said,
expected like crazy.
Well, first off,
answers.
it's over 7 years, or you get it, and it's it's not really $1 million, and it's at them. And I go, really? You mean like the $1,000? This is on air, and they go, no, okay. I go, okay, man, I'll play along. Yeah, we're going to throw out in front of the trailer and roll around it. We're very excited to be here.
It's been funny.
And then,
actually, I'm going to pay off my student loans from my time at Juilliard. And
and then I turned out, every time we'd be talking, I would go, Kit, get me out of here right away. And David, he didn't know. He was in a Wendy's drive-thru,
I saw those videos.
So, it was awesome. That was the time.
Do we have that clip?
happened.
Do we have that?
Yeah.
We don't. Okay, we don't have that clip.
Yeah, really? Let's go to the clip.
Oh, let's not.
Oh, okay.
No, we got a lot of things going on.
But anyway, and I asked him like 4 times till he finally blew up. He goes, I just don't think, because I kept going, wait a minute, let me get this correct. We sing better than everybody, we're funnier than everybody, and you're not going to move us on. Yes, that's right. Okay, and then they'd start to go, hang on. Let me just wrap my mind around it. I'm just a poor old redneck. We sing better, and he'd go, yes, that's it. And I go, and then he'd start to talk, but it's really good. No, hang on. I got to do it one more time. Finally, he stands up and he goes, I just don't think America will like you.
This British guy says.
The British guy.
Yeah.
And he goes to me, but we would like to invite you back for next year. And the last thing you see us do was I just went, yeah, like that's going to happen. And we just basically walked off the set. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of good experiences about it because I work on ships a lot and I run into other entertainers. And the problem that they always say is if we go on there, we have careers. The people that I work with, we have careers, we have gigs. The contract is so limiting. The money isn't what you think it's going to be, especially when you read the contract and how they own you, like you're saying. And they
could have recast us. I mean, that's the thing. They could have said, we love Redneck Tenors. We got 3 really young, hot guys that we're going to track in the studio.
Something like that actually happened to me. And not to get into too much
3
detail.
Young hot guys?
I had 3, yeah. They were all tenors.
Awesome. Like they anyways. Are. Yeah.
No, I got asked to be on the show. And I said, which of my acts do you want me to do? And I sent them all the links. We've seen your YouTube. We like your character. Because they knew it was a character. Because on my YouTube videos, I do a redneck character. I do this character. I do a mentalism.
You just showed it, by the way. Spot on.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah, thanks. But
scarily spot on.
Yeah, well,
I'm almost
go to the video
you're acting
and
now.
watch that. Yeah. You never know what's an actor. You can tell when I'm acting. My lips move. But anyways, so I said, which of the characters? Oh, no. We like your look. We think you'll appeal to a certain demographic. And these are the routines we'd like you to do. These are the acts that we'd like you to learn.
But they were your acts?
No, they weren't my acts. No.
Oh, they were giving you an act.
Could you do something in this style? Could you learn this? Could you learn that? Could you do an underwater? I'm like, that's not what I do. I do stand-up. I do small magic as part of the stand-up show. You've seen the show. And they said, well, no, we want something.
It's fabulous, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. I thought
thank you.
I didn't know if you were...
No,
I was giving it to you.
Yeah. So took you long enough.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so they said we like your look, but we need something like this act, and they sent me all of these links. And
let me get it clear. Real quick.
I don't want to get into all the detail.
Can I get this clear for the audience?
Sure.
All of the acts they're sending you are not all of the acts you do. They are someone else's.
None of them
act.
were my acts.
Okay.
None of them were even. They saw me. I do a comedy straitjacket, and they said, "Well, we want something more exciting, underwater straitjacket. Here's a link. Look at this. Could you do this?" And that sort of thing. And to be fair, I don't know if it was America's Got Talent or the agency that was trying to get me on America's Got Talent.
Well, it's
you know
also,
how it works.
Well,
like they have casting
America's
agents.
Got Talent is NBC produces it,
Right.
and then Fremantle is the production company that owns it, and then there's like 50 minion producers and agencies
or whatever
that go out and search and bring them acts and do all of that.
And so we were all about it. Like I actually put together a really good act that was my own.
Did you go underwater?
I did not go underwater. I did the opposite. I did a flying. I was going to do a flying act, an aerial act, as a magician, kind of as a goof, where I was going to find somebody's card in the most outrageous way ever. I'd rip off my tuxedo, and I would have this leotard thing on and climb the silks and be producing cards and trying to find their card and looking like I was falling. And at the end, I would do a tumble, and their card would be sticking out of my mouth. So this was the whole thing. And it went great. We shot some test video. They were really into it. They got a hold of me and said, "Well, now can you find us some of these type of acts?" And they sent me these videos of these horrible.
Can you find them other acts or you to do the other acts?
No, they wanted to cast me or hire me or whatever.
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, can you find acts like these?" And they sent me links from like Ukraine's Got Talent and these other. We want something like.
Does Ukraine really have talent?
They do, actually.
They? Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, actually. But they sent me the links, and we want these. And the ones they sent me, and you'll know what I'm talking about, were the ones that are the laughable ones, that they're not going to make it. You know what I mean?
We got beat by Boy Shakira.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
Boy
who that
Shakira.
was.
And everybody's like, and that's when they explained to me after this producer that became a friend of mine, so you'll know this, that they let several acts that aren't even acts. Do you know what I mean? They're people that sat in their living room and liked to dress in drag. That's what Boy Shakira did. And he was quite overweight and wore the outfit and ran around.
I remember.
And he moved into the top 10.
Yeah.
But they explained to us that more people will watch someone they hate, hoping they get voted off, than someone they like.
Yes.
To move on.
No, I totally know why. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
so they
that's
wanted
how
you to do
catch
like the Boy Shakira?
They want me to do it. They wanted me to find people. They said, "Is there anyone in Branson that can do this?" And it was a man dressed as a butterfly singing opera. And it was horrible. His wings would come out. I've seen you do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take the weirdest showers.
I know.
So anyways, and long story short, I hurt myself and couldn't do it. I had an accident and had to back out literally the week that they called me and said, "Hey, we need you here next week." And I had an accident. There was no way I was going to climb these things. I ruptured 3 discs in my back.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I pulled out. Then the next year they wanted me to do it. And by this time, my friends said, "Don't do it." And I heard the stories on cruise ships of talent going on there. And they said the only thing it did for us was that other people around the country started doing our bits. Like they stole our characters. It didn't help us. We had a career on cruise ships, and we were doing corporate gigs and so on.
Yeah, like the quick change people. And
yeah,
stuff
and
like
they
that.
said now everybody's doing our act. They would see the acts on YouTube.
Yeah, we didn't.
So they went on.
We were a trio of singers that you either like our singing or not, and the comedy was specific to the gag.
Right.
So it's not. I mean, anybody could steal it if they want, but you're still going to have to put the right talent.
Well, yours is
together to
character
steal it.
driven, kind of like I think mine is.
Yeah.
Like you can steal my routines, which someone does all the time, and he knows
Carlos
who he is.
Mencia.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, the magic,
Sorry.
the magic routines.
So that's my card.
Yeah,
too.
just
If you
go right
stole
there.
that,
Yeah.
Carlos Mencia.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But you can steal the routines, but it's about the character. With
Yeah,
that.
no.
It builds over time.
Well, it's
my
also
whole
like
show.
comedy. You're either funny or you're not funny.
Yeah.
And if you're not funny, I can take the joke you did last night, and it's gonna be horrifically.
Yeah. My grandma said, "You either have funny bones or you don't.
Yeah.
Funny bones, you are a funny person. If you don't, you can tell funny, but it's not the same. So you can tell the joke; it doesn't come across the same. But,
Tell your grandma I said hi, by the way.
oh, I will.
I miss her terribly.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
She asked about you all the
Yeah,
time.
we dated
actually.
shortly after the war, the big one.
Really?
Yeah.
Which big one was that?
Civil. We are in Branson. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, so one
When
person.
you coming home, Rat? Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm not.
Hitting that bar at the new theater.
Yeah, you'll edit that out, right?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
We don't do that. So one person, you're way overestimating my
Really,
abilities.
I am, yeah.
So one person told me our act got stolen. The other person told me, hey, they did the same thing they did to you. They came to me and said, hey, we want you to do your unique juggling act. They had a really unique act, and that's hard in juggling. And so they
It's pretty
came
much
to them.
everything's been juggled.
Yeah, really. I say once you do that, you're done.
Yeah.
Once you show that you can
They
do
do
it.
this every once in a while.
Well, a
with two
magician,
people.
yeah. Well, a magician told me one time with the linking rings. You have the two rings, you stick them together, you pull them apart. He said, once you put them together, pull them apart, wrap up the trick. It's done. You show that you can do it. Everything else is just showing off.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about juggling. Oh, you got them up there? Good, you're done.
Yeah.
So,
But they had something
But
that
they
was
had
really
something
cool.
unique. They had a theme, and they declined to be on the show. And so that season, they had somebody doing their characters.
And
know?
is there no I don't know, because in singing there's no recourse.
No, same thing in magic.
Really?
And in entertaining. I'm told that
You can't patent a trick.
you can patent a method. Like if I came up with a contraption that did a trick, I can draw it up, have an engineer draw the plans, and then get a patent on it. So I would have the patent.
But someone would just have to change something small.
Change a couple things on it. Say
Like an
a
arrangement, like a
variation.
music arrangement. I can take an arrangement, change 6 notes in it, and go, no, that's mine.
Yeah, it's like say a car. Okay, you can't patent a car. Like there's so many. There's GM, there's Chrysler, whatever. So everybody has their variation on a car.
So they stole their juggling act.
So they stole the characters and the whole bit. So that was it. And I view it as the Gong Show. And my argument always is when they call me is that eventually you're going to fail. And that's what people seem to remember. They remember when the acts fail.
They remember you didn't win.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is it was only top 10 that back then they had a whole different voting. When you got into the top 10, that's when the voting started. We were in the round right before. We went to Los Angeles, New York, and by the way, they were not in the same studio. We went to Los Angeles, well, like you, New York, Los Angeles.
We'll put it back there.
And then we did go to Vegas.
Right.
And then you moved on from Vegas to go back to Los Angeles to the winning round. We got right before the voting round, and the voting is
Before
real.
the public
yeah,
votes,
that's not a fraud. That is real. But they didn't want us to move into the voting round because then we technically could have maybe won.
Right.
So they
Because it's a game show. They have to
It
play
is a
fair.
game show.
They have to play fair according
it's
to
that
gambling laws.
the Van Buren
Because that big quiz show.
Van
thing.
Buren, that's his name, isn't it?
I think so.
Where they gave him the answers and the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not allowed
They're
when there's
giving
money
Well,
involved.
when you're giving prizes, you can't do that. And so they got us off before the voting round, but
So they can control it and kind of stack the deck.
well,
up to the top 10.
I can only speak to second season because now voting starts way earlier.
No, I'm just saying when you were on it, like they knew what kinds of acts they probably.
Yeah, the whole thing where the
have to make it
judges said,
interesting.
we spent all night in our hotel room.
Sure you did.
Going over everything. No, the producers say, and it's their show, rightfully so. And I don't begrudge them any of that. I do begrudge the
business.
fact that reality shows, whether it be Honey Boo Boo, there's one. Yeah, kids watch this and learn what not to do.
Right.
That it turned into the sitcom's kind of gone now. Unless you're Tyler Perry. Well, the funny sitcom's gone. The sitcoms are gone and all of that because they would have to pay writers. They have to do this and they have to do that.
I know a lot of
America's
writers
Got Talent, The Voice, which is a copy of American Idol, Nashville Star, X Factor. They don't pay anybody.
Right.
So they're making tons more money. And they really... Again, they don't hide that they don't really care who you are either. I mean, again, it's not that it's the thing that you get caught in, and we got caught up into it too. As old and jaded as we were, we're like, man, we might win.
Yeah.
Wow, if we win, boy, our lives are going to be, changed because we're going to be huge stars. And you get caught up in the snowball effect of that, and they're honest the whole time. Mm-hmm. They actually have psychiatrists. Well, you have a degree in psychology.
Yeah.
A PhD in psychology.
Well, hello.
Yes. they have psychiatrists everywhere backstage.
Yeah.
Because people
Grief
really
counselors,
freak out.
basically.
Yeah. And the guy comes up to me after we got, he goes, seriously, man, you seemed really angry out there. I go, really? I go, do you really think I'm angry? Yeah. I go, this isn't me.
Yeah, right.
And he's like looking at me, he goes, well, do you want to sit down and talk? And I go, yeah, how you feeling?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
okay?
interview him.
Do you really like, when you got into psychiatry, was this what you thought you would be doing?
You wanted to be
I went interviewing Boy Shakira backstage, saying, do you feel okay? You know, and then he goes, okay, yeah, you're done. You're
Yeah.
good. You're all
So do you get that in Branson? The people that see your show, do they ever recognize you? Do you still do the mullet thing?
We do parts now mullet. We used to be strictly mullet. And then what happened is the one great thing about Branson that I will say happened for our show specifically was it's not, you know, to be clear, it's not censorship if it's what your audience wants to see.
Right.
Do you know
You're
what
playing
I mean?
to the audience.
No one
I
has
totally
ever
know.
told us you can't do. Well, this year they did at the Andy Williams, but but they were the Osmonds, and not really the Osmonds because Donnie and Marie weren't there.
Yeah.
But anyway, but anyway, if you're doing what the audience, we came to Branson. Branson didn't come to us,
Right.
And so you have to do what the demographic and
If you wanna
Branson's
keep
the
doing the show.
weirdest place in the world as far as there are very strict boundaries of what you can do on the show. As long as you put family in the title, they'll come to your show.
Yeah.
It could be the Manson family. They're going to come to see Charlie and Squeaky sing patriotic songs.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying.
But that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And you
know,
accept
God
it when
and
you
country.
move here.
And we do a patriotic. We did patriotic though, in our own defense, way before we came to Branson, because we do appreciate those guys and girls. But the thing is that it made us take a new look at our show, and it ended up that the second half of our show, they would go, well, we just want to hear you sing.
Right.
You know, we get it. We're coming to Redneck
The joke's
Tenors.
over.
The joke's over. We just want to hear you sing. So slowly I started making a concert second half where the curtain came up and the mullets came off and we were in tuxedos and just sang. Well, that became the favorite part of the show. So now it's completely the second half of the show.
Right.
And we only wear mullets in 2 acts in the beginning of the show. And it's more of who we are. And it's actually made it a better show. Even when we go on the road now and so on, it's a better show.
Isn't that nice about Branson?
It
how
would
you
have
can
never
work through
happened
that?
if we did. And I fought it at the beginning. And on our show, even when we went to Vegas, never had a dirty. I said, you'll feel dirty at the end of it.
Yeah.
But we never had a dirty word in it. No.
Right.
And we had people in Vegas come up and say, we thought you were going to change your show because you're in Vegas. You were going to get all Andrew Dice Clay on the show or whatever.
right.
And I said, no, because it's character driven and the characters don't talk like that.
Yeah, I get that
know?
too. I sell DVDs of my show in different venues, like on a cruise ship. I have the cruise ship show, and it's a different act, but it's
Well, it's a different
the
audience
same-
too. You
yeah,
can be a
but
little
it-
edgier there.
You can be, but lots of times, people watch it. Is it appropriate for Branson? That's the question I get, and it is, because that has become the character over
Yeah.
9 years of what I do. Now I can make other references and stuff in it, but there's no swearing.
But the
anything like
negative
that.
side of Branson is there's a faction of people, and it's not the huge faction, that come
the morality
to hopefully get online and whatever and make judge. They're not there to watch and have a good time.
Right.
In Vegas, they're there to watch, drink, and have a good time. They're not there to judge in general. I mean, I didn't find that true there.
Right,
And
you'd
in New
go
York,
there to have a good
and
time.
New York and Chicago, where I've performed my whole life, it's not that they're there. They're paying good money to come see a show and just entertain me. Let me forget about my life for 2 hours.
Right.
And here there is a faction of people that will come and literally try and destroy your show if you don't hit the points that they want
the patriotic
you to hit.
number. And
Not just patriotic, but God, their God, not God, but their God, their specific God.
Yeah.
And I would even say to some people, I go, well, that's not my belief, and so I wouldn't sing that, and they would go, well, we don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
And I said, well, I do.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. After a show this year, I had a woman come up and she said, I'm a member of the Sisters of whatever.
Perpetual indulgence.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever it
I'm
was.
from San Francisco.
Yeah. But they said, she said, I was sent to scout shows to find any that we should avoid, and I'm happy to report that your show passed. And I thought that was odd that that you would do that. But on the other hand, Branson's a little different because our bus groups, our coaches, is huge here. And so a lot of the people honestly don't know what show they're going to. They book it I've seen the ads for it, and it'll say...
And the coach books the show? The coach company books the show?
The company,
Yeah.
I mean, from the advertisements I've seen, it'll say, you will go to Branson, you will have this many dinner shows, you will have this many shows you'll see, and see these attractions. But they don't tell you what dinner shows, what shows, always. Some of them keep it really vague.
You'll see Neil Diamond. Not
Sort
really.
of. But I've had people come up to me on the boat and say, we didn't know we were riding a boat. You know, we didn't know.
Did they know they were on a boat? Because sometimes
the boat actually moved.
They knew,
and,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
did they know they were on a boat when they were saying this to you?
But they would say, we're pleasantly surprised we got to go out on a boat. We just knew we were going to have dinner tonight at a show, and we had no idea. And so
I had no clue. I've been here for 4 years.
So I've had people actually say that to me, and you know, maybe the people just didn't catch it. You know, the people that are saying this, but I have seen some ads. If you go on and search for tours to Branson, you'll see where it says no specifics. You'll see, we promise you'll see this show, this show, this show, and 4 other ones, or something general like that.
Well, and they just want to come and have. It's like going to Greece on a tour. They're going to tour Greece. You don't know what you're going to see in Greece.
Right.
You know, well,
And that's what it
we
is
know
for
what
them.
you're going to see, but I mean, yeah, you know. But I'm saying you don't know. It's, you know, there's that big. What's the big Italian tour that goes? Oh man, they've been around for 500 years.
Oh, I don't know.
It's the something family tour of Italy.
Oh,
you
really?
just come and get on
We
the
were just
bus,
in Italy.
and you get on the bus, and we take you
We'll
in
get our
Italy.
research
He's
staff on that.
That's your staff over there.
Yes,
isn't
it
Yeah.
is. Mm-hmm.
And but that's probably what they do here, and they're happy.
Not everybody does it. I'm just saying that I've had
No,
a
but
few.
I'm saying I'm sure it's like, I don't want to pick the shows. I don't want to do this. I
just
want
want to
you
go
to
and
take
have a
me
good
and
time.
to have a good time.
They-
and I want to eat because that's what they do here.
They know they're going to have a good time. They're not going to be offended coming to Branson. So what I'm saying is a lot of the people that criticize a show, it's simply because maybe they...
Perillo. That's
Perillo?
it. Yeah.
But maybe they didn't know that they were coming to that specific show.
Yeah.
Or in fairness to a lot of them, because we see a lot of bus groups, they do a lot. Like, they get them up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were going to breakfast, then you're going to do this. It's a full
Well, we were at Andy
itinerary.
Williams this year. And here's you want to know it, don't follow my career path.
Oh,
Ever.
no, I'm
yeah.
totally-
So,
yeah.
look, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, there's
And
bad role models and good role models.
That's right. We started out as the 8 o'clock show,
Uh-huh.
and then we moved to the 2 o'clock show. And by the end of the
8
season,
o'clock
we
in
were
the morning?
8 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay.
No, I know it's hard to believe we were a headliner. We were the 8 o'clock show, and then they brought in The Price is Right.
Right.
Because nothing like a live game show on stage without the star. So you got Price. So then we moved to 2 o'clock because Price is Right went there, and then Rick Thomas, the illusionist.
from
he's
Vegas.
here right now. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
But anyway, then Rick Thomas took the 2 o'clock slot.
Right.
And so then because in our contract, they could move us wherever they wanted. Then we took the 10 a.m. slot. If we would have stayed one more month, we would have been killing it at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
we actually do a joke backstage at our show about having to put together an early morning breakfast show. And
Well, that's but what they were doing was, and then Daniel O'Donnell, the great Daniel, packed it
all the time.
2,000 people. Freaky packed, you know.
People
Hello,
love him.
I'm Daniel O'Donnell. Thank you very much. Thank you very. You know, it's just fantastic.
Is he in the morning?
He's in the afternoon.
Oh,
he only does
okay.
afternoons.
Morning would have been great. They could
Well,
have
his
Lucky
show
Charms
lasts until late evening.
Really?
It's over 3 hours and 10 minutes long.
Is it
They don't wanna leave.
seriously?
Oh, that is the average time.
So he just goes and goes.
He's just talking about the good days.
And the people love him.
They're just looking at him going, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've seen him on
this is
PBS.
great.
We were talking about
Yes,
that. And,
touch me. How many birthdays we got? I went there and saw 5 birthdays, no one under the age of 93.
Yeah, and he's the son that they all want.
He's the son or the grandson or the great-great-grandson.
They love it.
Or great-great-great.
Hey, good for him.
No, he's packing it. So, but here's what Andy Williams did. And then they had the Lennon sisters and the Osmonds without Donnie Marie in the late, well, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it's like the Jackson 4. So anyway, we really benefited from it because what happened is all the bus groups that Daniel had, thousands of them. I mean, unbelievable. So they would come see our show at 10 a.m. because, you know, they had to get up for that early buffet at 4 a.m.
Right.
Like they do.
Yeah.
They're like farmers. I mean, you know, so they get up and they go eat and then they come watch our show at 10 a.m. and then they eat. But they don't have to, they just want to cross to Shorty's over there.
Right
And then
next
they
door.
come right back again and they watch Daniel at 2. Then they go back to Shorty's. They don't have to go
They
far.
can make a whole day of it right
And then
there.
the whole thing, and unbelievable that they just stayed there all day.
Yeah. But it's probably so much easier for the tour organizers than
They
getting
don't have to
everyone
drive
on
the
the
bus.
bus.
Think of the gas they save.
Oh yeah, and just the time
Yeah.
of getting the people on the bus and off the bus.
Yeah, no, and Andy Williams, though, the weirdest thing about that theater, and that's one of the reasons I think Daniel's moving on to the Welk Theater, is Scoop.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
But
spoiler.
the only handicapped access at Andy's is down back by the back dumpster, coming down the hallway where the dressing area is for the artists, and going. There is no. How do you build a theater in Branson without handicap?
Right.
I mean, that's our demographic.
Yeah.
I mean, how many traffic jams have you had at the front door of your theater?
Right.
With the little scooters and the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what they
The
drive.
little rascals.
The little rascal. The little rascals.
Yes,
Look
exactly.
at you being funny.
Oh,
You're a comedian. Really?
Not today.
Can I steal that? I'm
sure.
going to go back on America's Got Talent.
Are you now?
Yeah. Can you do some tricks for me real quick?
I am not going to do tricks. Do you have anyone else's tricks you'd like
Yeah,
me to do?
yeah. Could you do it, but underwater? Yeah.
That's what. I'm not kidding. Can you do a card trick underwater? That
Could
was
you
one of
do
them.
this, but be black? Yeah. Send
Anyways,
all cards and letters to. Yeah, no.
to the Andy Williams Theater.
To the Andy
next
Williams
year.
Theater. But anyway, they were good. They did everything they said they would do. I learned a lesson that unless asked, don't be as honest as you can be. Unless asked. Meaning I was honest, but I went the step, gave it an extra scoop of honest.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know you don't really own this.
Yeah.
What I should have done is just let it play out.
Right.
And then once they thought they owned it, go, hey, by the way, you don't own this.
You're right.
But they're NBC and they're Fremantle. They
Yeah, what are you gonna do? They would
would
just
say,
keep saying
yes,
it.
we actually do. But
And then you'd have
they
to fight
did
it
they
and
did
fight
flat out say they could recast us.
Yeah.
And I said, so I sign over all the rights to it, and they go, yes, we need all the rights to it. And what do I get? And they said, you might win the show.
Yeah, you get exposure.
And then
That's
I
what
said,
they told me.
yeah, but then if they recast you, the exposure does you no good.
Right.
You're serving fries next year going, yeah, man, I was,
Remember
one, of
me?
the original, I was one of the original Redneck Tenors.
Lost to a
No,
puppet.
you weren't. Yeah, lost to a puppet. Yeah. Terry's great, though.
He is.
I mean, he really is.
I have his
fantastic.
book, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've read it. But
It was
it's,
written by a puppet.
Was it really? Amazing.
Yeah, a ghost puppet.
Yeah. I used to do a joke ventriloquist act because I used to do a fake variety show in the Catskills, and it was me doing all the characters.
Did you work the Catskills?
I did for like 3 years. And
I didn't know that even existed anymore.
It doesn't anymore, as far
okay.
as I know.
Yeah.
But I did a ventriloquist act, but I did it as a surgeon. And my puppet was the nurse, so I wore the surgeon's mask because I can't do ventriloquism.
Yeah.
And so I would just talk to the puppet, and it would be like, "Can you hand me whatever?"
You should give that to a lot of our ventriloquists here because they can't.
It
do
was
ventriloquism
something,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's funny. So where did you play in the Catskills?
I did Kutcher's.
Yeah.
I did Pine Valley Dude Ranch, which was a Western themed place. Bella
Western
Vista.
themed.
Yeah, it was all Western.
Shecky and Buddy the Cowboy. Yeah.
No, I had an incident there.
Yeah.
But it was a giant log cabin, and they were dressed as cowboys and stuff. And you would do it, and I was actually
In the Catskills?
In the Catskills, and I was actually outside watching somebody climb a rock wall. It was when they were really popular. And they let go thinking that it was going to repel them down, and they just fell on top of me from like 30 feet up. And we're laying there on the ground, and somebody comes running over. Why did you let go? And they said, well, are there safety issues? Safety precautions? No, you're supposed to hold on.
You're climbing a wall.
So that happened. But I loved it. I've met a lot of people. Actually,
Now,
the Catskills
also are
led to
not,
this.
The Catskills and the Poconos are right next, but they're not the same.
Sort of, a few hours apart. Yeah, Poconos are
Because the
in
Poconos was big too,
Pennsylvania.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I did. I can't remember it right now, but big resort there every week. I had a show.
And were they still going out for the whole summer? The families would just go out there and stay at the hotel?
The Poconos resort that I worked at, it's slipping my mind right now, was the one that they used as the basis for Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. So it was a big white.
It was beautiful.
Ivy Tower looking
It was
thing.
beautiful. Big, huge main house, and then all the villas and all that, and that's what they used. And the one that I worked at, there, gosh, I wish I could remember the name, but the same families came every year.
Yeah,
and so they would say, we've sat at this table this week for 30 years, and they were very picky about that. But the cool thing was, this was 2004 or 5, that time. And a lot of the people that came to the Poconos were the firefighters and stuff from New York.
Really?
So we would do like a whole tribute, but it was really heartfelt. Like they
especially 2004.
And so they would all come. So we made all these connections that led to me performing for those people in the Catskills. They would refer me or in New York, and bada boom, bada bing, I'm in
Where are you
Branson.
from originally?
From Ohio, actually.
Where?
Youngstown area.
Really? My dad's from Canton.
No, I worked in Canton.
Canton
You ever go there?
Bulldogs, Yeah. Oh, I've been,
Yeah, I worked at the airport. There's a World War II themed restaurant there that's themed. No, listen, stay with me on this because it's good. It's themed as a French type of cafe, and the walls are sandbags, and they're missing, and there's a bomb in the ceiling, and you have to go over a rickety bridge that has warnings about explosives. Everyone's dressed, period, and they invite veterans to hang their stuff up. And so there's like their souvenirs from letters.
How long ago was this? So did you have World War II guys coming in?
It's still open.
But I mean, did you have a lot of World War II guys?
I think so. Yeah,
Anybody,
my job was to go around
walk in and just like freak out, like
no. But when you went into the bathrooms there, which were all sandbag walls and all that, like they were playing the news reports from Eisenhower and stuff. You could hear.
Where is it
the
at the
announcement.
airport?
It's a chain. I guess it's a chain that you can buy into, but it
D-Days.
was. No, it was called
that's a different
fighter
place.
squadron,
Yeah,
and everyone
was a totally different.
Yeah.
But they wore really cute outfits. Though.
Every squadron had a different number, so this was like the 356th squadron, and they took it real serious. I mean, you went in, and it was pretty awesome.
Did you wear the outfit and do?
No, I didn't. We had thought about doing that, and the whole story of me getting to Branson is from that place. I did a night. I was doing a Christmas party for a business, or not a Christmas party, a corporate gig. For a business, they were giving out awards. I was the MC.
Oh, I thought you were a kid and you were like a waiter there.
No.
I really did. I was thinking you were like 19, so that's why I'm going, did you wear the outfit?
No. I was a performer.
Did you have it? Oh, cool.
No, so I was doing this corporate gig. A tornado came through the area. They made us all, luckily, sandbags. So
look at you. You're like,
survived the war.
Big deal. Yeah.
But they had us all get into the center of the building. And there were a lot of kids there that week. And so I just started entertaining the kids. So the owner of the place saw me and said, thank you for keeping the kids calm. Give me your number. He calls me a week later and says, will you come in on Sundays and go table to table and just entertain the kids? Because there's a lot of families that come in from church. So I did that, met somebody that was on a layover because the airport's right there.
Yeah.
You would watch out the window and watch the planes take off, and you could listen on the headset to the tower.
This is in Youngstown?
Canton.
Oh.
Canton Akron Airport. So you would listen to them, and so they had layovers. So these guys were in there, and they said, we're having a layover. We're from the Poconos. Would you be interested in doing a couple dates at the Poconos? We have a guy that needs to take a vacation at our place, and would you do 2 weeks?
Which is ironic.
Take a vacation for the Poconos. Yeah, I always say my life is your family's vacation. Yeah. So I went, did 2 weeks. They said, we really like you. We were going to get rid of the other guy. Would you stay? And I felt really bad. But they're like, we're going to get rid of him anyways.
So that was your first step on squashing someone's dreams to propel your career. Yeah.
Because he was funny. He was the best comedian and the best singer I'd ever seen.
And you needed him out.
We needed him out.
Absolutely.
Call back. So anyway, so I said, sure, 2 weeks.
And that man was Yakov Smirnoff.
And
anyway.
I don't know who it was.
I know. He's a triple threat.
Yeah. But it turned, I don't know what that means
I don't know what it means either.
But it turned into 2 years. I did it. And people would see me at that resort. My agent would say, I can't get you much money, but if you drive over to the Catskills, you can do it
every agent
Wednesday.
says that, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Later I learned my lesson. But you're in the Poconos already.
So you would perform there and perform at the same time?
Yeah, I would do Tuesday night at in the Poconos at Woodlock Pines. That's the name of it, Woodlock Pines. So I would do a Tuesday night. Every Tuesday, I'd split the bill with somebody. And then I would do another resort on Wednesday night and one on Thursday, and then come home and then drive back again and just do this little circuit. And so somebody saw me in the Catskills that was from Branson and sent my stuff to Branson, and they called me. I thought it was a joke. Didn't even know what Branson was.
Back then, no. Yeah.
No, I didn't know what it was. And so I flew down here, drove 14 hours, whatever, to see what it was about. And here I am.
It's the tracked music capital of the world.
9 years later. The best and the
if it's
draw.
Live, it ain't here.
Yeah. And the draw was getting to go home every night and not
Oh yeah,
driving.
absolutely.
That was it. That was truly
Well, and
was.
you got like one of the best gigs in town. I mean,
it's
the
awesome.
Showboat.
It's a great, solid company and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Every performer who hammers it. Well, I would never do the Showboat. If the Showboat called them tomorrow.
Oh, no, it's
yeah,
great.
I'll be there right in the heart.
it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I just show up, do my thing. Don't have to worry about what theater I'm going to or when they're going to change the schedule or anything.
Yeah, don't have to do teasers. Yeah.
No, don't have to go to Denny's like some of
Denny's.
the people do.
Oh yeah. Cat's pajamas. Anyway,
So, but really,
sure. I'm just promoing guys. I'm helping them out.
you're helping them out.
Helping
Yeah,
them out.
Shout
Helping
outs.
them out.
So, just to wrap up, because we never did continue the conversation about next year.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll be at the Lodge of the Ozarks.
Yeah,
next
either
year.
at the club or the Crystal Room, or it'll be
Crystal
called something.
And they're really backing you guys. Like they're planning on you guys doing maybe a talk show sort of thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do on the Vacation Channel. We just signed to do Branson tonight. You're gonna be a guest.
I hope.
Well, we can. I'll talk to
if
someone.
you know someone.
I'll talk to someone. It's going to be called Branson Tonight, and it's going to air on
Tuesday and Friday at 11.
Tuesdays and
Friday
Fridays.
11.
Is it live?
It's
no, not live.
well, we actually talked about doing it live. You know, the amazing thing is if you don't have the right equipment, and they have a great studio at the Vacation Channel and all of that.
yeah.
But if you don't have the exact right, meaning like I don't know, microwave lines or whatever they got, live is so expensive you can't even believe it. And no, you don't want me live anyway. That's not going to happen. But it's going to go Tuesdays and Friday nights, and it'll be at 11 o'clock at night, so when they're getting off the show. And it's to promote, we've already had the Platters on, a wonderful comedian named Joey Aiello. And we're going to do Man on the Street stuff. It'll be more in the format of like a cross between Jimmy Fallon and Johnny Carson. Right. School and new school. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it.
I can do it.
Yeah, man, thanks for having
Thank you.
me. I had a ball.
Thanks for it was fun. We learned a lot about America's Got
We
Talent.
learned a lot, and we talked ancient history. And,
There you
and
go.
all that.
And so your website is. You have to look over there.
I
Seriously?
do. I don't. We should change it. Is it just freerednecktenors.com?
Yeah.
We still own that one?
I think so.
Yeah. Three.
THREE?
No.
No,
Three. Number
three.
three. Roman numeral 3.
No, don't say that.
No.
Don't say
3. 3 redneck tenors, plural. Not the word plural, but tenors.
Let it go. We will type it at the bottom of the
There
screen.
you go. Yeah. And we'll be touring all next year, and yeah, check us out because we're not going to be here as much this next year as we
Yeah,
were.
but it's going to be great there because you'll have the talk show, you'll have the lodge.
And the bar.
And the bar.
Come drink us pretty.
Yeah.
The more you drink, the sexier and funnier we get. That's
It's
true.
a huge cake.
It is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Beer binoculars. You need them. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they're
like a
huge.
swimming pool.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Matt.
you, brother.
Thank you for
Appreciate you.
watching Spotlight, and see you around Branson. Bye-bye.